Hey guys, so I am in a different space than usual. Today we are doing a Billie Kay inspired makeup look. I feel like I really channeled my iconic side today, and I think that might have been the change of scenery. I am surrounded by some of my wrestling stuff in the background. So do you guys like this spot? Should this be my wrestling makeup tutorial section? Let me know. I'm really happy with how this look came out. I feel like I've got the iconic red lip, some glitter, some lashes. Was feeling it today. I've done a lot of other WWE inspired superstar looks, so I will have that playlist pop up so that you guys can check out some of the other looks, put it in another tab so that you can watch it after this one. I have a lot of fun doing them, and I always hear your requests, so believe me, I've got so many more I want to keep doing. For the tutorial, I will be zooming you guys in, so don't worry, I won't be doing it this far away, but I wanted to show you my background. Along the same lines, before we jump in, be sure to turn on your notification bell down below so that you don't miss whenever I post any new videos, because I'd be really sad if you did. The first thing we're going to do is prime our eyes with some eyeshadow primer, and today I grabbed the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is the original one. Because we're not using a ton of bright colors on the eye today, I felt like I didn't need to use a concealer for my eyes, but if you want to prime your eyes with a concealer, you can certainly do that. I just like how smooth this one is, and it really just makes the eye feel like, I don't know, more moist. That's the worst word to use, but it feels more hydrated. We're actually using the Jaclyn Hill palette today, which I just picked up in a recent haul, and it's my first time using it, so I'm really excited. The first shade we're gonna go into is this first one in the palette. Make sure you tap out any creases you have from the concealer you use or the eyeshadow primer, and I'm already getting glitter on my eye from the other eye because it was on my hands. And I'm just using a fluffy large eyeshadow brush. This is not a matte shade, but I'm not too worried about it because we are just gonna make a nice shimmery silver eye. Billie's makeup looks are really classic, which is what I was inspired by. She's all about the red lip and more of a neutral eye, but sometimes she'll put on like a pop of sparkle, like this look today. This look is actually inspired by one of the Glam Squad's posts that they posted on their Instagram. The Glam Squad is the group of people who do the actual wrestlers' makeup as their job. So cool. For the next shade, we're gonna go into this fourth one right here. I know they have names, but it's just easier to show it to you instead of looking on the back of the palette to figure out what the name is. I just got this, so I don't know any of the names by heart yet. I'm really surprised that this palette doesn't have a lot of kick up. I expected it to have a lot more, and you really don't have to dig into the shadows to get the payoff that you want. So just simple windshield wiper motions. I'm gonna get more glitter on my eye. I also feel super weird about parting my hair in the middle. It does not look as good as Billie's. I tried straightening it too. And this is pretty much going from the crease up to the brow. Now we're going into the bottom with a more pointed brush, still a crease brush. We're going into this brown. Now with this one, I would recommend sort of tapping off the excess to make sure you don't put a ton right in your crease. This is a deeper shade. Darker shades are gonna bring your crease back and make them look deeper, where the lighter shade we're putting on the lid is going to bring your eyelid forward and make it look larger. I'm just putting a little bit in this corner here as well. And I'm being really messy because I am just going to clean up the side when I make the wing. So you don't have to be too cautious. You really just wanna get a nice depth to the crease. And then I like to go back in with that shade in the top that we used on this brush and blend them together, kind of soften it a bit. Then we're gonna go back in with this big fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, and we're actually not gonna take the first shade, we're gonna take the second one right here. This second shade is a little more silvery. It's very bright, and it's perfect for underneath the glitter we're gonna put down. It's so pretty. If you wanted to make this even more intense, you could do a cut crease, but I like how it looks without it. And I'm dipping into that same shade and just putting it underneath the brow bone with a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M124. I'm just highlighting the brow bone. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little more blending. Now we're taking this really dark shade on the bottom called Abyss. I can figure that one out because it's on the end. And instead of fussing with eyeliner, which she does wear winged eyeliner a lot, but in the picture I was looking at, it was more of like a soft liner look. So I just wanted to use the black shadow. And I think that's just easier too for people who don't want to take a long time with their eyes. And we're gonna go out to make the wing. Again, don't be too worried about it because we're literally gonna clean it up and bring some of the black right in here. It's gonna look a little crazy, but I'm just taking the side and blending some in. And it's gonna add to the smokiness of the look. So you can see it's not just a plain wing, but it actually blends into the shadow. And I'll just sort of take that one that we used, the brown, and fluff it out. And then we'll just go over with that light shade to merge them even more. So now I'm gonna take my makeup wipe and cut out the wing. And I'm just adding back in a little bit of that brown to meet up with the wing. Before I forget, this is sort of the inspiration for me trying this look. And they actually did use this Stila glitter in Diamond Dust. They use this color on Beige a lot as well. So I'm just going to bring some of that onto where the lightest shades are. I was really excited that I actually had something from the look that they used, because most of the other products, I do have some of them, but some of them I don't. And I didn't want to use exactly the same thing, but I love this shadow. And that's pretty much it for the top part of the eye. Lots of glitter, a mock eyeliner, very soft, but very vintagey glam. We're gonna take a break from doing the eyes, go into complexion, and I am using this guy right here from Almay. It's the Smart Shade CC Luminous Primer. I do want to do very luminous skin. All of the women always have very beautiful luminous complexions. So I'm going to take some of this, pump some on the back of my hand. It comes out as like a pinky color, and this also helps color correct the skin. So I'm just going to smooth that. Pink is really good at brightening, so I love using this because it does just sort of give a bright look underneath. It looks a little crazy right now, but underneath the foundation, it gives a really nice bright look to the skin. We're gonna go in with some foundation, and I have been playing around with this one recently from Nars. It is so good, at least so far. It's the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and we're gonna use it today because Billie is very tan. I am not very tan, obviously, and this one is a hair dark on me. Not a big game changer, but I like the finish of this. It's very nice. And I'm gonna bounce it on my face with my beauty sponge. See, it does look a little yellow, but it looks really nice blended out, so I don't mind. Let's warm up the skin a bit, shall we? The only wrestler who kind of has my complexion of the women is Beige. The rest of them are all beautifully tan. Pretty full coverage on me personally, because I don't usually use more full coverage type of foundations, but I found that this one, really nice for that. I couldn't even try to do an Australian accent if I tried. Billie has such a cute, like, very thick Australian accent that helps with her, especially with her character, I think. Keeping with that pink trend, I'm taking this Maybelline, I believe it's Maybelline, yeah, Master Camo pen in pink underneath the eyes. Just really helps brighten the dark circles. This look is going to be fairly simple. I mean, we've got the red lip, which is going to be, I think, the standout of this look. Now, I did grab this concealer. I haven't tried it. I've been trying a lot of new things in this tutorial, which could be terrible. It's from Model Zone. It's in light. And I wanted to try this one because she always has a very beautiful, like, tan on the outside of her face, but then, like, under her eyes and her forehead are sort of lighter, that highlighting trend. So I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand and just take the sponge and sort of tap it underneath to see how bright it is, because I know it's very full coverage, and I really just want to have that transition without messing up the wing there. Wow, it's so bright. I really like that. On the nose. Probably be better with my finger. Maybe. Oh wow, that's thick. Okay, this needs the sponge for sure. I'm also blending it out a ton just because I don't want it to be super cakey. Bring some down my cheeks as well. Really wanting that glow. Now, before I set my under eyes and put the rest of the powder products on my face, I did just pick this up as well, and it's the Havana Camilla Cabello Sunlit Bronzer, and it's liquid, so I want to, again, go with that glow. I haven't used this yet, so hopefully it's not a disaster. I did try some on the back of my hand just to see if it blends out, but look at that color. Oh, so pretty. I'm going to take a different sponge to apply this. And oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I don't want to be super dark on the edges here. Okay. Just do it. Just go for it. Billie is very bronze. Okay, so it blends out really well. I'm being so cautious with it. I kind of want to see how it does with the brush, but I don't know. I think it would do better with a brush. We're just playing with it today. See what happens when I do it this way. It gives a nice sun-kissed look to the skin. I'm gonna put some other bronzer on too, but wow, it's not too orange, which is what I was concerned about. It does come in two colors. I got the lighter color. Maybe a little heavy on the nose. It seems to have a little bit of time to blend it out, which is nice, so that, look at that. All right, so now I can go back over my under eyes and go in with some powder on the rest of my face so that the powder products that we're gonna put on blend a lot smoother and also keep my makeup on a little bit longer throughout the day. I grabbed my Hourglass Veil powder. I'm obsessed with this stuff. It is so nice. I like to do the powder on my eyes first because those tend to crease the most is what I was trying to say. And my nose tends to lose product the most, so I go in those spots first. Now just pat the rest over my face. Now we're going to go into another new bronzer for me, but this one's a powder bronzer. This is the Gradient Sunlit Bronzer from Becca Cosmetics. It looks really pretty in the pan. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that because we do already have some of the other bronzer on. I'm just going to lightly dust over that. It does look a little orangey combined with the other bronzer. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I love the smell of Becca products. They smell so good. I think the key for me is I'm just going to have to avoid that darker tone right there. But other than that, I really like the finish of this. It's really nice and natural with a little bit of a glow. My forehead's definitely a little orange though. Before I put on some blush, let's finish up the bottom part of the eyes. I grabbed my Ardency in Modster eyeliner that I'm obsessed with, and I'm going to take that in the waterline. Make a really cute faces while I do it. Sort of adds to that smoky sexiness to the eyes. And then because the shadow liner is a lot more soft, I'm just going to take this brush and sort of wiggle any extra that came down underneath to sort of blur out that black. And then with that same brush, we're going to go into that fourth brown on the top that we put in the crease and just run that underneath. This is going to tie the top and the bottom together. You don't really want to overcomplicate the eyes because the red lip is going to be more of the standout product. So we're just going to highlight that inner corner, brighten up the bottom. For blush, I grabbed two different products. I grabbed this one from Bare Minerals. It's their Gen Nude blush. This is in the shade Beige for Days. Billie doesn't wear a ton of color on her cheeks, and if she does, it's got a slight pink to it, but mostly it's just her bronzer or like a very light beigey tone, at least from what I noticed. So I figured I would go in with this Bare Minerals blush because I'm obsessed with it, first of all. It is super smooth, and it has just the nicest warm tint to it. It just makes the skin look more naturally flushed and bronzed still. And I like to blend that back with my bronzer. And to add a little tinge of like a shimmer or a little bit of a pinky tone, I grabbed this from Found Beauty. It's their Peach Glow blush. And I'm just tapping a tiny bit onto the same brush and going over the cheeks. Just to add a little bit of that shimmer to the cheeks without being too much. For highlight, I grabbed another new item that I picked up from MAC. It's their Extra Dimension Skinfinish, and this is in Double Gleam. It looks amazing, and it seems like it's going to be one of those also like natural glam type of colors, and I thought this would look really nice with this look. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This highlight is everything I was expecting it to be. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it matches this look perfectly. It's not too gold. It's not too silver. It's just like somewhere in between. And I'm going to set my face with this spray from Cover FX, another one of the newer items I picked out. It's their Dewy Finish Spray. Again, going along with that very luminous, glowy skin look. And I love the sprayer on this. You do need to shake it up. It's very fine. I like to do my setting spray before I do my eyelashes or my lipstick. I just think it's a lot easier that way. That way your mascara is not transferring because it's still wet when you're trying to put it on. So I've got my setting spray on. I'm going to pop on my lashes off camera. That way I can charge my battery a little bit. And then we will put on the iconic red lip color, and I will be done with this look, and we will be done with this look. So we're almost there, guys. It is super exciting. All right, guys, I am back, and I didn't have a terrible struggle putting my lashes on. They're still not perfect, but I had to share with you which ones I chose to put on, and I chose the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. I felt like that was a perfect fit for a look for one of the women in the Iconics. And they actually do look very similar to some of the lashes Billie has worn. She tends to wear, at least from what I've seen, like more separated long lashes, and these ones look pretty much like that. So House of Lashes, Iconic Lashes, and if you're curious about what mascara I used the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. Now for the most important part of this look, the lip color, and I have a lipstick that I feel like is perfect, but I'm not sure which lip liner I want to use. I have this one from Urban Decay. It's called Cruel. And then I have this one from CoverGirl, and it's called, what is this called? 215 Passion. And the lipstick I'm using is also Urban Decay, and I bought this lip liner to go with it. And look at this red. This is a Billie Kay red. This is in the shade Wrath. And I wanted to do one that was a little more of a metallic lip. Sometimes she doesn't wear a metallic red, but I felt like it was gonna look good with that. So let's just try it with the 24/7 Glide On in Cruel. And I'm terrible at lining my lips, so hopefully it's not too bad. See, this is a little bit more pink, but it's got that shine like the lip color does. Now I think she overlines her lips a bit, but I'm not gonna do that today. Not on purpose. I might make them a little more round. Her lips always look really juicy and full though. So I think her having a red lip is like the perfect recognizable feature of her makeup looks. That looks really nice. So I'm glad, okay. The other one would have worked as well too, but it's not the metallic one. So let's put the lip color on. I'm usually not very good with bullet lipsticks like this, but we shall try. See, that's more of the red. You can even tell just with that little swipe. That's exactly what I wanted. So the lip pencil isn't quite as red, but this is perfect. It's gonna make my lips look a little crusty. Will I get red lipstick on my teeth today? Probably. So I did end up overlining a little bit. So if my lips look a little funny, it's because that happened. But let me zoom you guys out and we will finish up this video together. Thank you guys so much for sticking through till the end. You are amazing. I had so much fun doing this. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm sure I will be posting pictures of this look on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on there as well. And I love sharing inspiration from WWE with you guys, especially those of you who love watching wrestling. This is not a look that is limited to people who like watching wrestling, but it's inspired by the makeup artists who do their makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.